What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today it's time to yap. Okay, we gotta talk about some things. I haven't done a video like this in a bit, but there are some important things to talk about. Okay, now first of all, this is the point of video is not to be negative in any way or anything like that. Okay, we all want the game to be better. Okay, that's the whole point. Just trying to find solutions and trying to reach COM2US in a way, if we can, because I feel like lately COM2US has been, you know, listening to some things maybe. Okay, because it's way too big of a coincidence. It can't be, right? Some things that they did, especially when it comes to the last patch. You guys, as soon as I started reading it, you saw there was like, you know, it was very hard to believe that they actually did exact changes that we talked about and that we suggested in my prediction video for the balance patch. And I feel like they are definitely, to some extent, listening. They're seeing stuff that we're talking about. They have to be, right? So this kind of video is supposed to serve that kind of a purpose, you know? So yeah, I think the elephant in the room right now that we gotta address is RTA, right? And one more thing is the unit releases. Okay, we're gonna talk about why RTA is stale, what can they do to make it less stale, and we're gonna talk about new unit releases, because new unit releases have been very, you can see a pattern, right? Like we can all see this pattern where new units are out and there's barely anything usable. Okay, same thing happens every time, and I think it's very frustrating for everyone. You know, we're all summoning, we're excited, but the excitement ends after basically one day, because when you look at the realistic side of things, you realize that these units are actually not that usable and they can't compete with pretty much anything that's already in the game, you know? So I think we can start with the units, okay? Because yeah, we just got new units. Drakon warriors, they look amazing, right? But and I thought they were gonna be pretty good, like some of them. Okay, when I read this, you guys saw I went crazy and I expected a lot, and then when I actually realized how good it is, not that good, you know. Yeah, my opinions about this unit changed. The same with this guy, same with all of them. You might see some people try to use them, but in all honesty, none of them are good. This guy is pretty bad. The only place where you can use him basically is elemental raids. In any kind of PvP content, you will pretty much never really get to see this unit being used, because it's just, it doesn't get enough attack bar to be useful. It's never gonna replace any bruiser unit when it comes to fire. If you want to hit hard, you gotta go full damage, which means everything one-shots him. It's pretty terrible, right? Like it's terrible. This guy, my expectation was that he would be pretty cool on siege defense, right? Because he reminded me of Ophelia, obviously threat state, but kind of like with some CC aspect, you know, maybe But then I tested it. AI is terrible. He doesn't want to use skill 3. If there's like one will rune on the enemy, he just doesn't want to use skill 3. And that's, you know, like it prioritizes silence and glancing, right? It doesn't even think about the threat state at all as a defensive mechanism. Second skill is terrible because as soon as you have one harmful effect on you, the second skill does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Less than nothing. Can you use it maybe in RTA? Why? Right? Like there's many other better options. You could use him in Siege offense, which is something that I've been testing a bit. It's not terrible for offense, but again, how many offense units do we have? Like a million different options that are just better, honestly. And this is supposed to be the best unit out of this whole family. And this guy is just terrible, does no damage on this. This again, terrible, 1 debuff, boom, you're dead. This guy, again, the skill is terrible. It's just a shitty Achroma. You know, it's just, they're not good. This guy, damage is terrible. Gets countered by so many skill 1s in the game. You're gonna lose a bunch of 1v1s. If you want to do damage, you gotta go full damage on them, because you're not gonna hit hard enough, because the multipliers are dog shit. Every time they release new units, multipliers are dog shit. I don't know, what are they doing, right? So this leads to this whole new question, right? Why does COM2US release shitty units? What is the answer to this, right? Is it because they're clueless? Is it because they already have buffs planned in advance, so they release them to be bad, and then they already know what they're buffing? They already know that the new unit buffs will cover a part of the patch, so that's like their way to fill up the patch, because then they don't have to think, you know, for a good part of patch, they don't have to think what they're going to do if they already know what they're gonna do, right? So I feel like that's probably a realistic reason, but I really would hate it to be like that. And then, like, just why, right? Why do we have to just go through this every time? Every time. Just look at the JJK units. No one's using these units, right? Gojo, I was using this guy, he was bugged. And now he's not bugged anymore. And then no one uses this guy, no one uses this guy. No one uses, like, this is the best one, but no one really uses them because they're just not good enough. Even the speed lead one, because the third skill is terrible. The second skill is just a shitty robo skill 2. It's like, how can they have a worse skill 2 than a 4-star, man? Like, it's the same skill, it's just worse. And then Nobara, no one's using Nobaras. And then Megumi, there's one good one that they buffed. Exactly what I said that he would get. He got it. Could they have not done that on release? They literally knew what they were gonna give him. Like, there's no way you're gonna tell me they made him like 30% strip rate or some shit, and then, oh, they magically already knew, oh, after 2 months, oh, we're buffing it to 100. It's like, I don't get it, man. And now this is like the good one, and the rest is not really used. No one uses them. Like maybe in Arena I use this guy, but like that's it. It's just so bad, man. And yeah, you can go even back, right? On release, units are always bad. Like lately, that's just been the trend. You know, everything just got buffed. Everything that you see now being used, it's gotten buffed. Like, these got buffed, I'm pretty sure. Like, the series got buffed, but they're not even used. Like, only used on Siege Offense, this one. And then these are not even used. They got buffed there. I mean, okay, the Dark one, sure, for Siege. But like, it's so little usability. The whole point is like on release, it's bad. And I think COM2US needs to stop doing that. Like they need to stop killing units on release. You know? People are excited to summon. Make the units good too, so we could be excited to use them. You know? So, because like the hype dies one day after, the hype is gone. Because we can't really use these units. One more thing. Stop with the Res Awakenings. Stop with the shit Awakenings. No one wants to see that. You have no reason to do this. Okay, please. Stop it. No one cares about, like... No one. No one cares about the bad Awakenings. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't help us. It only opens up for COM2US to buff it in the future to change the Awakening. Like there's nothing else that comes from that. From a Res Awakening, man. If a unit needs Res Awakening, if it's good on it, sure. But if it makes no sense, don't give it Res Awakening just for the sake of giving someone Res Awakening. Like they gotta stop doing that too. So yeah, I really hope, I really hope this trend stops. Like, they really have to stop this trend. It's getting really just not fun anymore to summon units even, you know? Like, a couple days ago I was doing the summon stream. We get them, oh, they're shit, they're all shit. We're just summoning to get them, because they're gonna get buffed. It's like, can we just stop that? But yeah, enough talking about units and let's talk about RTA, okay? RTA is incredibly stale. It might be the most stale it's ever been, right? Like, I don't know. Nothing is literally changing, so I don't know. It's just everything's the same. Another season came. We got a patch that didn't really do much. It added Nyx and Megumi to the pool. It's not something we've never seen before. It's literally just an addition of more counter pick passives, which we already have a million of. That's it. Hagang is still the most picked unit. Sagar is the most picked unit. Hagang is even reaching positive win rates in G3 now. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, I'm tired a little bit. I'll be honest. You guys let me know as well. Like, how do you feel about RTA? I'm feeling pretty tired of playing it the same way every single season. Even now that I have a new unit, Gianna, right? And I've been testing and doing so many things, and at the end it all comes back to Hagang still. That's still like the most needed unit. Like, if I don't pick Hagang, I literally can't play the game, which is so stupid. And we just had pre-ban, and you guys saw how versatile RTA can become if Hagang is out of the picture. You know, like, everyone was pre-banning Hagang. It was the highest pre-banned unit in the game. And then some people are banning Leo, and you can see how many comps just become usable. Like speed comps are coming back, like speed-based damage dealers are coming back. You know, people are just free to do so many different things. You know, all kinds of strippers are coming back as soon as Acog is gone. And you know, people are able to play the game more freely. Acog just makes everything so safe and in one place. And I hate that. Like honestly, it gives you so much safety to play. Like if you have Acog in your team, there's so much safety for yourself. Like, and then just it limits everything. The whole RTA mode, game mode is just so limited because of, I don't know how they don't realize this. You know, I mean, we've been talking about this for so long, and I don't understand how they don't realize it. Like, especially after this pre-ban, right? They saw the numbers. They have the numbers, right? So they saw the numbers, the most pre-ban unit in the game. And they can probably see the numbers as well of the amount of units getting picked. You know, like you can definitely see how it's just more diverse. So I think just fucking up one unit to open up so many other units, why not? Like realistically, why not? And it's not just for the sake of fucking up Acog. It's for the sake of changing things, right? Like we need changes. Like I need changes to be interested. You know, I think we all do. I don't think we're gonna stay with the same interest if things don't change, you know? So yeah, I think COM2US has to hurry up with the pre-ban at least. They have to hurry up. Like if they don't want to nerf stuff, pre-ban is a must. And they have to implement it the right way. Pre-ban needs to be usable before you queue up. You need to choose what you want to pre-ban. Or at least don't show who you're fighting. First have the pre-ban and then show who you're fighting. Or just be able to pick it before, you know, to save up time as well and to make it more fair. So yeah, I think at this point there's so many broken units in the game, and I don't think COM2US can really just nerf. I mean, they could, but there's no way COM2US is gonna be like, oh, hey, we're releasing a patch that has 20 nerfs on it. You know, like that's never gonna happen. So I think at this point pre-ban's a must. I really hope they hurry up. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Again, this is not a video to you know, complain for the sake of complaining or to be negative. It's for the sake of improving our game and just hoping that COM2US would maybe see it, you know, and maybe listen to us. I know it's pretty hard to reach them, but who knows? You know, they're lurking around. Who knows? They might see it. Someone might see it. They're gonna be like, oh well, it's time maybe to do this, you know. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the rant, you know, and that's all I gotta say. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.